Hi, this is Elise, and I thought it might be fun to share with you a little bit more in the background of how the Because of Horses podcast came into being. It's not just a fun exercise, it's not just an interesting topic to me, but it's actually a journey that I'm on myself. Trying to determine how do you follow your dreams? How do you take that step? Where does the courage come from? I mean, have you ever wondered if you're doing what you're meant to be doing? Have you ever wondered if something that you loved was something that you could make a living out of to support yourself and maybe even a family? Or have you gone the other way and wondered, what do I love enough that I could actually do it full time? If there's a significant other, what would it take to convince that person that this is a really great idea, I promise? Um, I know I've thought about all of that a lot. And the thing is, we get just one life, just one. And you got to wonder what it is that we're meant to do with that life. And then the decision was kind of taken out of my hands for me this past spring. The company that I worked for, wonderful company, unfortunately laid off a couple hundred people, myself included. So I found myself wondering, what am I going to do next? This past summer, that was kind of the theme of the summer of 2017. What comes next? Now, I could have gone back into the corporate world. That was definitely a possibility, may still be. We'll see. Um, but I also found myself with a lot of introspection. In a very short period of time, my family has lost a number of loved ones, unrelated causes, but that kind of thing gets you thinking about how we spend our time here in this limited amount of time that we have, and other heavy stuff like that. Still, I hesitated because, like everybody else, I have a mortgage, I have a car payment, I have a daughter who's going to be going off to college in 2 short years. She's about to go into braces now. Yikes. Um, like everybody else, we need benefits. And all of that takes money, just like building a retirement fund, because please God, someday I'd love to be able to retire. Um, but all of that requires income, like now, not sometime in the future. Cue the panic. So, after much angst, many sleepless nights, lots of self doubt, followed by lots of listening to motivational TED Talks. Those things are awesome. If you've never listened, I highly recommend them. I decided, holding my breath, taking the leap, to go ahead and give it a shot, to do what I love doing. And that's sharing the stories of people who I find incredibly fascinating and inspiring. People who have figured out how to follow their dreams, how to make their dreams a reality. And they're doing them in a lot of different ways. Now, the Because of Horses podcast does incorporate horses into those dreams, but the lessons that we learn from the guests could apply to any interest that you have, any love or any passion that you would like to follow, or maybe just consider following at some point in time, maybe after retirement. I don't know. You got to figure it out too. But hopefully, along the way, I'll help not just myself as I wrestle with these issues and concerns, but also the listeners and anybody else who might be trying to figure all this stuff out as they're going along too. So I'd like to thank you for listening. I'd like to thank you for joining me on this journey and for being a part of my story. So, Because of Horses podcast, I hope you'll give it a try. We're on iTunes, Google Play, TuneIn. We're all over the place. And you can also check the website, www.becauseofhorses.com. I'm Elise, and thank you. Bye-bye.